I've been giving dating advice for the last 15 years. I've seen a lot of changes in this dating industry. So I want to talk about, coaching and matchmakers and apps, just so you're aware of how to get the most out of your dating life and how to learn this stuff the best. So one thing I've noticed is that a lot of people tend to think it's cool. Like it was a fad back in the day. Even when I started, it was sort of a fad. Even before I started, before 2011, it was just kind of cool to be a dating coach. There was like this trend happening because of the book The Game, and it was just a cool new job, flying over and being with guys, taking them out, which I did as well. But I just noticed that there seems to be a lot of guys and women too who start and stop. And I don't know, I thought that'd be interesting to share with you just because I've been doing this for a long time, and the amount of people I have seen not last in this industry, I don't even know why either, by the way. I don't know if it's because they weren't able to monetize it properly, they weren't able to get enough traction, or maybe they just got bored of it and they moved on to something else. I'm sure it's a combination of all those things. But it's interesting to see how people have come in and just all of a sudden completely disappeared. People who were really big too. Even one guy, I don't know if you know this guy, Brad P. He was a guy who I saw when I was learning this stuff, and he was speaking, and he didn't have any pictures of himself on the internet. He made sure that he was just completely underground. He was voted like the #1 pickup artist of all time. And then just some years back, maybe 5 years ago, he just stopped. So some people just aren't into it. And that's what happens. Now, more into the learning side of things here. Understand that there's no shame in getting help here, okay? I know that there's an industry based around dating advice, sex advice, relationship advice, and a lot of guys do feel insecure about getting that information. They feel that, wow, this is something that should be natural. I should just know this. There's all my friends who are getting women no problem. They'd never had to work with a coach, watch a dating advice video, well, that you know of. And so why do I have to do this? You have to understand, the internet is a magical thing, an amazing thing. It has allowed us to be able to search any question that we have. And of course, dating, relationships, sex is one of the biggest parts of our life, where we are here to survive and replicate. So of course there's going to be questions around that. And of course there's going to be issues and problems around that. And so many guys are having these issues, you would have no idea. And so I want you to feel comfortable being able to look into help, watching videos, listening to podcasts, buying a course, whatever it may be. There's no shame, because at the end of the day, you're looking for results. And that's the most important. How you got there, who cares? Get there, do whatever you got to do, even watching videos like this. Next, I'm going to talk some shit here for a second, but I like to play things cool, and I'm not going to name any names. But I know that there's some coaches out there who have entered this game, or entered this industry, I should say, because it was a great business idea. And I just think that is the most lame thing in the world. I mean, hey, good for them. They think it's a good business idea, and then they turn it into a great business. Okay, that's fine. But as far as you are concerned, I just want you to be doing your due diligence and really see who's in this because they started a good business idea. And maybe you won't know. You'll have to just do your best. And again, I'm not here to rat anyone out. But seeing and hearing, and this is, by the way, this is not me just making stuff up. Like, I've heard this. This is even on the internet. Like, someone said this in public, right? That they started it because it was a great business idea. Not because they really cared about helping people. That came second, I guess, or maybe, I don't even know, maybe it didn't come at all. Maybe they don't care. It's just a way to make money. Now, I'll admit, I have a business too. TripAdvice is a business. I am trying to turn this business into a place that does make a lot of money, but that's not why I started this, and that's not why I'm in this game. I don't consider myself an entrepreneur. Some people think like, oh, you start a business, you're an entrepreneur. Not necessarily. An entrepreneur is someone who thinks of ideas that make money and inventions and whatever is scalable and things like that. I like to say I started this thing having no idea what it was going to do, but I wanted to do it because I was passionate about helping guys who were just like me. And yes, again, this is a business, and I do treat this as a business, but I'm also here to help men, and that's the first and foremost. So just be wary of anyone out there who's just trying to make the buck and not really help guys out. Let's talk about matchmakers for a second. Matchmakers. Here's my opinion on those people. They can help. They do help. Their success stories are real. I just think that they charge way too much for what they're trying to offer. I think it's a bit of a ripoff. They're not doing any sort of coaching. They're not teaching you anything. They're just getting you access to women. And at the end of the day, if you don't know how to date, if you don't know how to meet women, if you don't know how to flirt and build attraction, for you, getting a matchmaker is going to be a waste of time and a waste of money. You need to be working with a dating coach first, or at least learning dating advice first before you, in my opinion, should be even eligible to do matchmaking, because you could sign up for a matchmaker but not be good with women, and it's not going to really get you anywhere. So just be wary, not of matchmakers, but of yourself in terms of where you are and if your position is good enough to then get to the point where you can say, okay, I'm pretty good with women, but let me just up my quality and see what a matchmaker can do for me so I can skip all of the approaching and all of the swiping and things like that. Okay, dating apps. What's the deal there? So dating apps, bottom line, they favor women. They always will. It's just like a nightclub, right? Women get in for free, ladies' night, things like that. They want to pack the bars with women because then they know the men will come. Same thing, they wanted to make it as easy as possible for women to get on the apps. So, the men will come and then boom, everyone will get together. So they do favor women in a lot of sense. But you have to understand that this is just the reality of dating right now. There's a lot of volume to be had on the apps because a lot of women are there, and they work if you know how to use it. I'm really sick of hearing guys saying the apps suck, dating apps suck, online dating sucks. The only reason why guys are saying that is because they're not getting results, which I get. I would say the same thing. If I was not getting results, I would also say it sucks. But if you know how to use the apps properly, if you know how to swipe properly, if you know how to create a profile properly, and you get matches and get dates, I guarantee you're not going to be saying it sucks anymore. So start learning the skill set of online dating before you completely bash it. Okay, next, let's talk about coaches, right? I'm a coach here. How do you know if a coach is good? How are you going to know if a coach is going to work for you? And again, whether you work with us over here at TripAdvice or you work with someone else, how do you know they're going to be good? Use the advice, right? So I have a lot of videos, podcasts, TikToks, Reels. Take a tip, use it. Doesn't work out, try a couple more, use it. If you use my advice and it doesn't work out for you, you know what? I'm not the coach for you. If you go out to another coach and the same thing happens, that coach is not the good coach for you. The only way you're going to know if something works is if you use the advice. So that is my advice to you. If you want to decipher who's a good coach and who's not a good coach, listen to what they say, do what they say, see what happens, and see how that connects to it. Along with that, get their courses, right? I have a course, getherhook.com. Get it, use it. If it doesn't work, get a refund. Every single coach, I'd hope, would have some sort of refund policy. We have a very lenient one, right? 60 days, you just say that you don't like it, didn't work for you, great. But you know what? Whether it's me, other coaches out there, buy the course, invest the money. It's good because it's going to at least, put you in the game. We want some skin in the game here. Take the course, act on it. Don't just watch and say, oh, this sucks. Like a lot of guys will just buy a book or buy a course and they'll watch something and they'll just not do anything and they'll just say it sucks because they didn't take any action on it. Take action on it. That is what's going to tell you if it's something that works or doesn't work, and then take advantage of the refund policy if it doesn't work. You can work with us over here, tripadvicecoaching.com. You can book a free call with my team to see if we can help you. Maybe we're a good fit for you, maybe we're not. And in the meantime, watch this video here on the screen, the dating apps that you should be downloading today. And if you're watching this 5 years later, there's still some really good tips in there to be able to figure out what are the best dating apps anytime you are looking for that.